So guys, Bitcoin dropped down to 65,000 today. Altcoins are taking a huge hit. We're less than 14 days away from the US election, and I want to keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events with Bitcoin and when we could see that huge rip for altcoins and everything else in between. Right now, we could be deviating lower. I want to talk about it right now with the strength around Bitcoin, what the whales are currently doing in the market, as well as where we're at in this crypto cycle and when we could be seeing a huge shift. But if you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, keeping you guys updated on the macro events going on in the markets, specific events you guys can take advantage, as well as just keeping you guys updated with what's going on in the crypto markets and everything else in between. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, go show me some love on my X account. I'm trying to get monetized on there and YouTube. I'm going to say it multiple times. Overall, just go show me the love on there, _PlayboyG. Drop me a comment, like, subscribe on this YouTube video. Overall though, price action around Bitcoin, like how I said, we touched that 65,000 region, which was really crazy. This had everyone thinking that a bottom was in. And Justin Bennett kind of goes over it based off of what's going on with the whales, just because whales, you know, purchasing Bitcoin and kind of whenever they de-risk really causes the price action around Bitcoin either to shoot up or deviate lower. So he says Bitcoin whales still aren't stepping in, even at 65.8 support, which is that point we hit earlier today. This could change, but until it does, bounces are for selling in his opinion. And this is pretty much the 15-minute time chart of earlier today based off of what was going on with that whales versus retail. So based off of that region, you know, we did have, you know, some little correction, currently sitting at around 67. But overall, guys, we are dropping between that 68 and 65,000 region. Right now, support is, you know, based off of last month's closing, which was around that 65.8 level, all the way to around 66.3. But overall, right now, with this deviation point that we saw, you know, a lot of people are talking about how the bottom is in. Even Mustache talking about how with altcoins, everyone should be getting ready. He says, looks like a perfect breakout and retest to him. Why he thinks Bitcoin will find a bottom at this level. He says too many people are waiting for 62K or even 49K. He says, sure, it can go lower, but never forget the biggest risk in life is not taking any at all. But of course, you know, of course his bullishness is there, but at the end of the day, we have to follow what's going on with the price action around Bitcoin, what whales are doing, as well as what's fueling this price action. Based off of what's currently going on and, you know, what we've been seeing since mid-August, we've been seeing a pattern, and based off of this region, we could be deviating lower than pretty much that closeout that we saw last month. Everyone's talking about how 60,000 is still on the table. A few people disagree with that though. So I have a great post from Justin Bennett talking about pretty much the consolidation that we're seeing and, you know, his perspective on it. He says, I'm seeing a lot of Bitcoin bottom calls after today's bounce from that 65,000 region, but bounces don't confirm bottoms, reclaims do. As long as Bitcoin is below 68.2, there's no confirmed bottom in his opinion. He's just talking about that specific region that we started deviating lower from. I'll put an arrow to it. I try to make analysis really easy and concise for you guys. Don't want to get all into the specifics, but overall, until we reclaim that 68,000 region, you know, we can't really, you know, confirm this off of a bounce. We need to reclaim a specific region and then from there have proper validation before we start to shoot back up. So based off of this price action, you know, I think, as well as, you know, Justin Bennett, believe that we could be deviating a little bit lower just based off of the price action and what's currently going on. He even, you know, kind of puts in some price points and predictions based off of what's currently, you know, taking place with Bitcoin. And we can see that based off of these regions, you know, below the 65, you know, support region where everyone's talking about, we could be deviating to that 63,000 region, and then from there even 60. But based off of the sideways trade action that we've been seeing for almost around 7 months with Bitcoin, I don't believe we're going to be dropping below 60,000, maybe touch 59,000 for a little bit, but that would be enough to get the, you know, whales back into the action, start, you know, jumping in and pouring in that liquidity. But overall, guys, we need to keep up with the price action around Bitcoin. We touched that 65,000 region, and we're just jumping around right now. And until we reclaim that, you know, 68,000 region, we shouldn't be saying that the bottom is already in. We could be deviating a little bit lower. In terms of where we're at in this crypto cycle, guys, I love following CryptoCon because he gives a huge analysis from the start of when Bitcoin was running till now, and it can give you a great, you know, thought process of where we're at in this cycle and kind of what we could be expecting. overall though, we're pretty much in a sideways consolidation phase that's been happening for a while. Low volatility. It says the last Bitcoin sideways period of the cycle continues until it doesn't. The longer the consolidation, the more the upside. This is one of the longest times spent in the low volatility zone of the weekly Bollinger Band width. Price is prepping for the bull market expansion. And as you guys can see, pretty much we're in the 7-month low volatility sideways period. And you can see that this happens in multiple other cycles that has occurred, but it has never gone on for longer than 5 months, as you can see, before these huge rips. And usually we have that sideways consolidation before a gigantic rip, and that's currently what's taking place. If you also look down at the low volatility bar, you can see back in 2013, whenever we hit these specific regions, then that huge rip up. Same thing in 2017. The same thing happened in 2021. Not as, we didn't dip down into that region as much as you can see. Also, the bull market in that time was not as crazy as in 2013 and 2017. So this longer consolidation, guys, means a higher rip up. He even says the longer the consolidation, the more the upside. He says this is one of the longest times spent in the lower volatility zone with a weekly Bollinger Band width. Price is prepping for the bull market expansion. So guys, at the end of the day, the sideways volatility that we've been seeing in this consolidation zone is, gonna be here. It's been here for multiple cycles. It always takes place. And it's just because, Bitcoin just can't rip up. The carnage would be crazy if you would see everyone, trying to take profits, especially if we're trying to see all-time highs nearing the US election. The news events would be, pouring through the roof. There'd be a whole bunch of different things taking place, as well as the liquidity wouldn't be funneling as correct, and the upside would crash down as fast as it started. So seeing these consolidations and how long it's been taking place is super bullish. We're honestly making history in terms of what's been going on in this crypto cycle. And if you're invested in the right altcoins, guys, we're on the verge of an explosive move. If you look at that 2013 and 2017 cycle, guys, we can compare our volatility more to those cycles just based off of the sideways consolidation that we've been in. And overall, based off of what we have been seeing and, leading up to a lot of these catalyst events that are going to be taking place, US election that is less than 14 days away. We got the Fed cuts that are also coming out, China stimulating their economy. There's a lot of different things going on, guys. And, at the end of the day, you need to keep up with, what has happened in the past, just so you can have an understanding of what's going on in the future. A lot of people are bullish, like Mustache, saying, we have the perfect breakout right here. He thinks the Bitcoin bottom is in, but he's not really thinking about that well versus retail interest, not thinking about all the liquidity, thinking about what was fueling this, the perps of futures. So of course he's bullish on altcoins, and you should be super bullish on altcoins as well. But understand where we're at in this process. We usually see a pre-election dump. I talked about it in multiple videos. Justin Bennett talked about it, just because people like to de-risk, and I think you should really keep that in mind. You shouldn't be rushing. Of course, we are on the verge of altcoin season, so you should be worrying about getting your positions. But at the end of the day, we could be seeing a little bit more consolidation and deviations with Bitcoin before we have that huge rip up. But overall, guys, in terms of altcoins are seeing the red nasty right now, which is creating so much opportunity right now. Honestly, if you didn't buy all throughout the year, you honestly are blessed up, because right now everything is down. Honestly, super down. Some coins are not at their entry points, but very close. And you can really start to make a quick 5 to 10x on a few of these coins if you are looking at the right projects. As you can see right now, the coins that I'm showing you guys are mainly AI and meme coins. I'm really invested in AI just because I'm really committed into that sector. Really think that sector is going to get the rotation before meme coins. But overall, meme coins are also doing really great in this 2024 crypto cycle, and they're down nasty right now. So you should really be taking advantage of this time, dollar cost averaging into your commitment plays, just because right now is a blessing and dips are for buying. But overall, guys, just to give you a quick synopsis of what's going on in the market again. First, go show your boy some love on X. Follow me, give me that that, you know, love. Show me what you guys think of my perspective, and everything else in between, also on this YouTube channel. Overall though, Bitcoin, guys, touched that 65,000 region, which we were anticipating. Justin Bennett talked about it in terms of how people believe this is a bottom, but overall whales aren't stepping in even with this specific support region that we saw. He says that this can change, but until we reclaim that specific region of 68,000, he does not believe that we are going to be seeing a huge bounce. He thinks at the end of the day, whenever we see bounces like this take place, you know, we don't confirm bottoms. We need to have a reclaim of a region, which is that 68,000 zone, which we started deviating from. That will let us know that we are, you know, potentially shooting up and having a higher rip based off of that higher high. In terms of where we're at in this cycle, guys, we have been seeing the longest consolidation phase for Bitcoin, shooting over now almost 7 months, which is really crazy. Just lets you know that literally the longer the consolidation, the more the upside. So this should have you really bullish, especially whenever we see that low volatility right prior to a huge rip up. But you got to keep this in mind just to understand where we're at in this crypto cycle, price action, and taking advantage of altcoins. Mustache thinks we're at the bottom, but a lot of people think we're in on a bottom, guys. I think you really need to keep your brain, you know, perceptionalized in the markets. Think about different perspectives and the price action around Bitcoin just to let you know exactly what's going on. Some people are de-risking. I think a lot of people are going to get sidelined. People are trying to find the best buy. But at the end of the day, you got to keep up with the macro events and understand what's going on to really determine if what you're doing is a good bet. Altcoins are really down nasty right now. Two best sectors to focus on is AI and meme. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to jump more into the AI sector and meme sector just because people are starting to talk really crazy about them. Narratives are starting to mix. So there's even crazier gains like with the coin GOAT. It's been up like over like 200 or 300% in the last 2 days, which is really crazy. I faded that coin, which I regret. But overall, guys, that's currently what's going on in the markets. Bitcoin has dropped down, deviated. Altcoins are taking a hit. Everyone believes a bottom is in, but based off of the analysis of what's going on with retail investors against whale traders, overall, guys, we can be deviating a little bit lower. We need to reclaim that 68,000 region before we can be committed and really say that we're ripping back up. Post-election, pre-election dump. I always say post-election. I meant to say pre. I always get this stuff mixed up. But overall, pre-election dump is taking place. Overall, the sideways consolidation is going to happen, and you need to be committed into the markets and your positions in diamond hand for the next 2 weeks. At the end of the day, we're going to be seeing the sideways price action. I want to keep you guys updated on the macro events so that I can actually have a video telling you guys, hey, we are about to shoot the freak up. But other than that, overall, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, and everything else in between in terms of what you guys need to be, you know, updated on, as well as specific things that you can take advantage to capitalize on these markets. I've been keeping up with the crypto markets for a while. I see a lot of FUD information, a lot of things that don't matter, and that's why whenever I make these videos, I give you the price action around Bitcoin, specific analysis that really matters around Bitcoin, and then where we're at in this crypto cycle based off of previous cycles, and then perceptions around altcoins, which I'm invested in, and I'm sure you're invested in as well. But overall, guys, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on the markets. Drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support you guys show me on my YouTube channel as well as X. I really do appreciate everything you guys do. Overall, trying to get monetized on both those, so I'm really committed to this, guys. I'll keep you guys updated on the specific events and everything that's going on, as well as now I want to also talk about specific meme coins and AI coins that are really starting to rip up, and my perception around these sectors, and you know, everything else in between that I think you need to capitalize on. But other than that, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content and my perspective on the space. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.